Hey humans, this is Angel here. If you want to get tips and tricks on how to stay motivated and stay productive, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so keep in mind all of these steps or tips or tricks or whatever you want to call them, they can be used out of order. You don't have to use them in the order that they're in. None of them are more important than the other. None of them are better than the other. All of them can be used by you to figure out how to be more productive and more motivated. Surprise! It's either a bug bite or is it? I don't know. Feel free to stare at this thing on my face this entire video so that it gets so uncomfortable and may actually just want to leave my face. Thanks. This thing is so big and distracting that I can't even record a video without looking at it. But you know, of course, the first day that I decide I want to go do some recording, I woke up with it. So, you do what you can with what you're given, right? I name him Herbert. All right, first thing on the list, get clear on your intentions. What is it that you're actually going for? What's the task at hand? What's your end goal? What's your big picture? Ask yourself what that is. Set clear intentions or goals for yourself by writing them down in a journal or on a piece of paper where you hang it up on the fridge, or maybe it's a vision board, or maybe it's even like a wallpaper on your phone, however you need to put it so that you can see it all the time and remember where you're going. That's the best way to do that one. All right, the second thing on the list, my favorite personally, is changing your perception of the task at hand. So a lot of the time we put things off and it's hard for us to stay productive because it's things that we technically don't want to do. Maybe it's running errands or going to work or doing specific projects. So you can say, I love running errands because when I'm out, I have the opportunity to meet amazing new people. Try that exercise with anything that you may not like about the errand or task that you're trying to complete, and give yourself some time. Give gratitude for the task. Thank it for whatever it's serving you for, because obviously it's on your list for a reason. So make sure you are thankful for what it's giving you, what you've gotten out of it, and stay grateful. Find imagery that motivates you and or energizes you. Anything like pictures, movies, memes, videos, artwork, going outside, any specific colors that kind of just make you feel good, any music, any scents, anything that can enrich your experience with the task and make it a bit of more enjoyable experience and something that you feel really great and energized to be doing. They say you are what you eat, which is very true because a lot of our emotions are connected to our gut specifically. So how we feel, depression, anxiety, motivated, unproductive, all of those can be related to food as well. So if you are feeling a little down and you need some different foods to kind of cheer you up, some dopamine foods would be blueberries, spirulina, and fish high in omega-3s. So things like albacore tuna, salmon, mackerel, herrings, anchovies, sardines. The smaller the fish, the less the mercury. Keep that in mind as well. And all those things are also not only great for your emotions, but your brain as well. Fun fact. Another tip is to play some mind games with yourself. Make your to-do list a lot smaller. Break it up into bite-sized steps that you can be taking so that it feels great to knock everything off your list. Make it so easy that you're knocking probably 3 or 4 off at a time, and so that you feel so good and so it keeps you going and motivated to keep on knocking those things off your list. If you make it a bite-sized list, it's going to be a lot less intimidating than a giant to-do list or a giant calendar full of things that you need to be working on. Breaking it down into smaller steps can be very helpful for a lot of people. Set deadlines with yourself or with other people, or even a bet. Bet someone that, oh, I can't do this by this date, then I will do this. And hopefully that will kind of keep you a lot more motivated to stay on track and to stay productive and to stay on the track that you're kind of headed towards, because sometimes it's easy to lose focus, and if there's no one keeping you accountable, it's even easier to lose focus. So if you're keeping other people involved and keeping yourself involved and accountable, then you will succeed. Work in blocks of time. Instead of saying I'm gonna work 3 hours, say I'm just gonna work an hour, and then after an hour give yourself a little bit of break and then get back to it. Do it in hour increments, I think, at the most, because sometimes it's really easy to get off topic or get off focus anyways, and so you may feel like you're spending hours sitting down, but really it's not quality productive time. You could probably be a lot more productive if you banged out an hour of work and then gave yourself like a 15-minute break and then banged out another hour of work. I think if you make it smaller amounts of time that way, a lot of people have trouble focusing anyways, and I think it's a common problem. So I think if you make it a less intimidating amount of time, then you're bound to get a lot more done. Number 9, reward yourself. This is my favorite one. After each task or to-do list task completed, give yourself a little reward, whether it's a little nice fruit snack or veggie snack, or maybe it's watching a little Netflix, maybe it's watching a YouTube video about something you like, whether it's reading a book, taking a bath, whatever you need to do, reward yourself because you deserve it, and never forget that you deserve it. Last but not least, love yourself. I think this is the most important one of all of them, because when you love yourself, everything's freaking easier. If you love yourself and give yourself the self-care that you deserve, it is the most magical experience that you could possibly ever do, because it makes motivation and productivity a thing that's so much easier, because you know where you're going and what your life's purpose and passion is, and make sure you stay aligned with that. When we lose sight of where we're supposed to be and what our passions and purposes are, that's when we feel upset and like life just doesn't make sense anymore. But when you know what your passion and purpose is, everything becomes easy. For watching my video of many angles, I had some issues with the sun and my little camera holding thing, and so it's been making kind of difficult to get some of these shots, but next time I know better and I know exactly how to fix it, so it's okay. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you at the next one. Bye, humans!